I left Adelaide 20th of September, and I've done a bit of a European tour via Dubai. I started off in the Netherlands and Germany, been up to Sweden, and then got to Norwich a couple of days ago, and now come to the Mecca that is Selhurst Park.
So could you just tell us a little bit about Canaries Down Under, when it was formed or how you got involved?
So I met a few Norwich fans at one of the Brisbane Raw matches, and there's kind of grew from there. There was a couple of different Canary supporters groups being run by different people, and everyone started chatting, and they kind of all got merged. And Canaries Down Under's been around since maybe 2011, and we now number about 550 of us, and there's a lot of online chat. And we had the derby Down Under a few weeks ago, where Norwich fans versus Ipswich fans in Brisbane, which is always a big occasion, which that's quite good fun. But it's a good number of us, and we all try and get over here every so often.
I'm here because I love Norwich Football Club, and I find a good chance with the fly and come over to see the Norwich Football Club play in London. We bought the ticket on the Crystal Palace website, and I want here to support the guys.
And whereabouts in Italy are you from?
I come from Milan, nearly, just 1 hour south of Milan. Because I was living in UK, I worked nearly Norwich in New Buckingham, and I started to support Norwich. I've been many times in Carrow Road, and I've been 3 times away to support Norwich. I went to Sunderland, I went to Leicester, and I went to Wolverhampton in the following season.
The last one I saw was that rather depressing home defeat to Sheffield United just after we'd taken Chelsea to extra time. This is January last year. Prior to that, it was that amazing Reading match. That was a global Canaries game, so I was on the pitch with my dad, who's a season ticket holder, and we got to wander around the pitch with the Brisbane Canaries flag, and I think we were 5-1 up at half time. It was an extraordinary game.
I worked on night shift on Thursday, and on Friday morning I fly straight from Milan to London, and now I'm here.
Did you think when you moved that you'd still follow Norwich, or did you think it might sort of tail off, or were you just always sort of focused on doing it?
You can't let it go. Once it's there, it's in your blood, and it's such a strong, I guess, a tether back to your family and to your friends. And I was a season ticket holder for a lot of years when I grew up, and then I moved to London. And when you live in London, it's pretty easy to get to all the away games. So being at the playoff final in Cardiff and that kind of thing, and being at the Munich game, you can't let that kind of thing go. It's there, and you're born with it, and it gets stuck.
Have you managed to convert any Aussies into following Norwich?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are interested. It's fair to say. I work in the wine industry, and I'm known as the Norwich fan, and it's funny. You become known for certain things, and that's kind of my thing. And now I'm hosting a tasting in Sydney in a couple of months, and on the sales blurb they've put "much suffering Norwich fan" as a way of selling it, bizarrely. So.
And if you were to compare Norwich to a team in Italy, who would you say they're kind of like?
I think so. We can compare to Spal. Is a little team of Ferrara. They are nearly promoted 2 years ago, and they are a nice medium team. They play with art. That's why I love Norwich as well.
Just obviously when Norwich beat Man City, the sort of shockwaves through the country, was it felt out there as well?
Absolutely, yeah. We made the local news, and I woke up to so many messages from people who have no interest in football whatsoever, and they're still like, just so your team just got this score against Man City. And I felt really bad because a mate of mine doesn't mind a little tipple on a game every so often, and I think we were something like 25-1 to get a win. I even thought about saying, for a 1v1 it's worth a crack, and I didn't, and he had to go at me the next day for not telling him to put some money on my team.
So let's talk about Australian sport. Is there an AFL team or even an Australian football soccer team that are similar to Norwich in the way they play? Or
funnily enough, I was actually watching Adelaide United a couple of weeks ago, mainly because Wes Houlihan was playing for the Newcastle.
Yellows! 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 Yellows!
I love coming back here. The new Adelaide United coach is trying to actually get that kind of style of play going, not to anywhere near the same level. That was really good to watch. And growing up or having 10 years in Brisbane, I was watching the Brisbane Lions AFL team, and it would be fair to call them fairly long-suffering as well. So we share a bit.
You mentioned Hulhan. Obviously,
Yes.
he's got injured, but how was he received over there in the football community?
Everyone's just very excited, very excited. There's a lot of people that are interested in Australian football are really looking forward to watching him play. You can see highlight reels on Fox Sports and even on the ABC and that kind of thing, and people are really excited about him. And he looked a cut above the first half he actually got to play. He looked sensational. We're now, come on, City! Oh, the passion, yeah. It looks like we're not going to see him for at least 3 or 4 months now, unfortunately, which is really disappointing.
On the ball, City.